back to another episode of T-shirt cooking. We've been gone a while, but we are back. We've been making shorts, making other content, trying new recipes. We are back, 2026, back with a vengeance. Anyway, we've been here already, but this is what we're gonna do. It's another chocolate chip cookie recipe, but slightly different. And I know you've seen the old recipe many times. I won't even go in depth explaining it. You know how it is, you know how it works. Now we have the exact same ingredients. The only thing is instead of 3 cups of flour, we will use 2 cups of flour. Therefore, we're modifying the butter to flour ratio. Before we had half a pound of butter for 3 cups of flour. Now we have half a pound of butter for 2 cups of flour. So we'll begin the recipe like we know, which is we'll put the butter, and I chopped it up like this in hopes that it would mix better. Probably not gonna change anything. We'll mix the butter and the sugar, and then afterwards we will put the eggs. Then we will put the vanilla once it's spun quite a bit. Afterwards we will put the flour and the baking soda. Let that spin around, and then we'll finish it off with the chocolate chips. And we may or may not put some salt in there depending on what kind of butter this is. If it's salted butter, you don't have to put more salt, or do what you want. That's up to you. All the ingredients, all the quantities, instructions in the description, but let's get started here. We're gonna fast forward through this entire part. We don't need to watch the entire prep as we know how these are done.
Everyone, this is the exact same baking recipe we've been making in all the other videos. The only thing is that there's 1 cup less of flour. So remember, we put the sugar and the butter first, butter at room temperature. We put the sugar, we mix it, then we put the eggs, the vanilla, then we put the flour with the baking soda at the same time. Put a little bit of flour at a time, mix it gradually, don't create smoke like I just did. Then what we do is we put in the chocolate chips, mix it, spin it around, and we preheat the oven to 375 non-convection bake. Keep it simple. Stop doing like these other YouTubers. Keep it simple.
And we are back. I'm likely just going to fast forward all that and then just cut straight here. And I'll also keep the part in where I said, and we are back, which I could have just edited out. And this whole part explaining it, but instead we'll just keep all of this in. So anyway, we are back, and it looks something like this, which it looks just like my ordinary cookie mix, same color and all that. I will say the texture is a bit tough. I've never made these kind of cookies. I'm also gonna adjust the time. So I'm gonna make them in different batches. I'm gonna do maybe 8 at a time. So I should have maybe like 3 batches here. I'm gonna make each one maybe like 8 minutes, 9 minutes, try different times. Also, something else I wanna explain about making cookies that's very important is you see here I'm using these sort of trays. These are not the anti-stick, these are the aluminum ones. And why I like these ones is because they disperse the heat better, whereas the anti-stick trays, they hold the heat, which when you're cooking, or sorry, when you're baking a cookie, especially a more thicker one, what it's gonna do is because it's holding in the heat so much, it's gonna end up burning the bottom, as I've come to realize, and it's not going to disperse the heat as aluminum does, which that's one of the known properties of aluminum. And also these ones, they cool off faster, so once you take them out of the oven, the cookie doesn't continue to burn on it. It may continue some post-baking process, sort of like the same thing you do in muffins. When you take out muffins, they're not fully baked. There's like a post-baking phase. Same thing with these cookies, except it's just enough. So after like 2-3 minutes, I then scoop them up. Now, speaking about scooping up the cookies, I use a plastic thing like this. What I actually do is I usually take one of those sprays, like the baking sprays, and I'll spray this. So when I go under the cookie, I don't end up ripping one out in case if this for some reason decides to stick. So you just spray it a bit, and then you could just pick up cookies and you just do whatever you want in the meantime. But don't put water. Water is going to stick. Like, don't try to rinse it under the water. I've learned the hard way. You just spray it a little bit with oil, and then you could just move it around. Nice and simple. Remember guys, keep it simple. If I could do it, you could do it. Literally anybody could do it. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make some unmeasured cookie balls that we're gonna put here, and it's good not to measure them. I feel like the lack of uniformity is what gives them character, you know what I mean? So that's what we're gonna do here, all right? So we'll maybe fast forward that, maybe not. Is this camera running? Hopefully, if not, that's gonna not be a good day. All right, remember, wash your hands as well. Wash your hands, make sure everything's clean. I'm only saying this because people always say, why don't you wear gloves? But I'm in my house, I'm not wearing gloves. Cut that. By the way, preheat your ovens before you do the cookies. Oh, I just made a mess. Preheat your oven so that you don't have to, prepare everything and then heat your oven. But yeah, so where was I? Anyways, cut that whole segment. We'll just fast forward this entire part as well. Just fast forward everything. The oven is now ready at 375. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put in this tray here of 7 cookies. We're gonna try this one at 8 minutes. We'll see what it comes out. I'm not sure if it'll bake faster maybe because there's more butter, or the butter to flour ratio is different, but we're gonna try it out. We'll see what we get. And we are back. Now these have been cooling for about 15 to 20 minutes. Now I just wanna show you guys the difference, by the way. People say that it doesn't really matter. It does matter with cookies. Every 30 seconds counts. I just want to show you here on the plate. You could tell, maybe not on camera, but you could tell in person. This one, 9 minutes. This one, 8 minutes. Let's look under. 9 minutes. Let's look under. 8 minutes. You see the difference? Here, let's do a side by side. It's even about to break in my hand here. It's very soft. Now I think the 8-minute cookies, I don't even think 20 minutes is enough. I think I need to wait like another 10. That's how soft they are. But now we're gonna do a taste test, but I'm gonna use the 9-minute one since I think the 8-minute ones need a little bit longer. These ones, 8.5 minutes. Let's see what they look under. Let's just use this one as an example. 8.5. Bam. So there you go. 8.5 might be it. For this size, now of course, size of cookie, amount of cookies on the tray, depending your oven, you know, you gotta know your oven. If I were to make this in another oven, it would be different. We're gonna now taste a piece of, here, let's break this cookie right now. Bam. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we mastered the cookie here at T-Shirt Cooking in our kitchen laboratory. Wow, look at that. Let's zoom in on that. That's a cookie. Bam. All right, let's take a bite. Let's see if they taste like something, and I'm not just wasting everybody's time here. First thing I can tell you immediately is the texture is very different. They're much softer, and I'm not only saying that because they came out of the oven. I could just tell that it's much softer. It's lighter. It's maybe like fluffier just because there's less flour. I think the flour was weighing it down maybe, and it gives it more consistency. So I think this is gonna come down to preference. Depends what you want. If you want that heavier cookie feel, you could, you know, do my original recipe. But this recipe, I'll even call it the upgraded recipe or the extra butter recipe. Not because there's more butter, but because there's less flour, therefore there's a higher ratio of butter. Mathematics 101. I don't even know why I'm teaching math, actually. I dropped out of school, but hopefully my parents don't see that. They're not very happy about that. Or you know what? Anything they care, honestly. They don't care anymore. Who cares? Nobody cares. Let me say something. One of the worst, you know, in the past 15, 20 years, everything has gone up in value, or the majority of things have gone up in value. But one thing that's extremely popular still today that has significantly decreased in value year over year, yet everybody strives for it, is a post-secondary diploma. Look, you know what I'm talking about. Think about it. What has depreciated more and garnered the same amount of interest throughout in the last 20 years? I don't think anything. I don't think anything on the scale of depreciation and amount of people who yearn for one. I mean, the demand is, I think, even higher than ever. The supply is higher than ever because nowadays there's just anybody's getting accepted to school. But yet the depreciation, and anyways, it makes sense, right? Higher supply, lower value. It makes sense. Even though the demand is there, it's the supply just supersedes that by so much. What am I getting on? Back to the cookie. By the way, that's a good point that I just brought up. Don't cut that. Don't leave that in. Back to the cookie. So guys, another T-shirt cooking recipe here. This is a different style of cookie. Use my OG recipe, the original recipe, except 1 cup less of flour. This is what you get. So this is it. It's a little bit fluffier. There's a higher ratio of chocolate chips because remember, I didn't put less chocolate chips. I put the same amount of chocolate chips, which is 2 cups, the exact same amount. So it's a higher ratio of everything but flour. And yeah, you do get that extra lightness. It feels light. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, sub, like, comment. Shout out to all my successful and or attractive subscribers. Every single one of you, you all matter. And I'm not only saying that just to say that, like, I genuinely mean it. I'm not a very emotionally in touch person, so I don't really know how to say it more genuinely, but like, if you comment, I'm probably gonna reply to you, you know what I mean? I'm gonna take the time out of my day. If this video gets 1,000 comments, I'm replying to each and every single one of them personally. No AI, none of that. I have nothing else to say. All right, just cut.